Hey there. Today we're talking about something that's been on the minds of many of you lately: building the perfect bug-out vehicle, or BOV for short. Whether you're a seasoned prepper or just starting to think about disaster preparedness, this episode is for you. We'll be exploring the key insights from Stewart's book, Build the Perfect Bug-Out Vehicle, the Disaster Survival Vehicle Guide. And I'll be sharing some fascinating tidbits that will surely get your wheels turning. Pun absolutely intended. So let's kick things off with a bit of context. Stewart, the author, is no stranger to the world of survival. His first book, Build the Perfect Bug-Out Bag, laid the foundation for practical preparedness, focusing on that crucial 72-hour survival kit. But as he rightly points out, a bug-out bag is just the first step. What happens when you need to get out of Dodge in a hurry? That's where the bug-out vehicle comes into play. Now, the term bugging out might sound like something out of a post-apocalyptic movie, but it's a very real concept. It refers to the decision to abandon your home due to an unexpected emergency, whether it's a natural disaster like a hurricane or a man-made crisis like a terrorist attack. And let's face it, in our unpredictable world, these scenarios are becoming all too common. Just think about the devastating impact of Hurricane Sandy, or the wildfires that have ravaged parts of the United States and abroad. These disasters can strike with little warning, leaving thousands of people scrambling to evacuate. And as Stewart emphasizes, having a plan and the right vehicle to execute that plan is absolutely crucial. So, what exactly is a bug-out vehicle? Simply put, it's a mode of transportation that's specifically chosen and outfitted to get you, your loved ones, and your essential supplies to a predetermined safe location. It's not just about having a car, it's about having the right car, or truck, or ATV, or even a boat, depending on your circumstances. Now, choosing the perfect BOV is no easy feat. It involves a multitude of factors, from your budget and environment to your personal survival needs. Stewart breaks it down into several key considerations. First and foremost, your BOV must be in good working order. After all, what good is a vehicle if it breaks down when you need it most? Regular maintenance is a must, and he provides a detailed checklist of routine checks, from oil changes to tire rotations. But beyond reliability, there are other critical attributes to consider. Four-wheel drive is a big one, especially if you're dealing with rough terrain or adverse weather conditions. Storage space is another crucial factor. Your BOV needs to have enough room to carry your bug-out bag, plus additional supplies like water, food, and tools. And let's not forget about fuel efficiency and the ability to blend in. You don't want to be the only flashy SUV on the road during a mass evacuation. Now let's talk about some of the more intriguing aspects of BOV selection. Stewart introduces the concept of BOV mentality, which is all about understanding the role of your vehicle in a survival scenario. He emphasizes that a BOV is a means to an end, not the end itself. It's a tool to get you from point A to point B, and you shouldn't get too emotionally attached to it. In fact, he advises against investing your life savings in a BOV, as you may have to abandon it at some point. This leads us to another important point: the idea of a bug-out cart. If you have to leave your vehicle behind, having a cart or wagon to carry additional supplies can be a game changer. Stewart even suggests repurposing a deer cart for this purpose, which is both practical and affordable. Of course, no discussion of BOVs would be complete without talking about the different types of vehicles you might consider. From traditional cars and trucks to more unconventional options like bicycles, motorcycles, and even horses, there's a wide range of possibilities. Each has its own set of pros and cons, and Stewart does a great job of outlining these in detail. For example, cars are great for fuel efficiency and blending in, but they lack the storage and off-road capabilities of trucks. SUVs and Jeeps strike a nice balance, offering a good mix of storage, off-road performance, and versatility. And then there are the more specialized options like the Survivor truck, which is essentially a rolling fortress equipped with everything from an armored command center to solar power and water purification systems. But what if you're considering something truly outside the box, like a bug-out boat? As Stewart points out, waterways can be both a highway and a roadblock, depending on the situation. A canoe or kayak might not be your primary BOV, but it could be a valuable backup, especially if you're trying to escape a gridlocked city or navigate through floodwaters. And let's not forget about non-motorized options like bicycles and push scooters. These can be incredibly useful for navigating through congested areas or when fuel is scarce. Plus, they're affordable, easy to maintain, and can be easily stowed in a larger vehicle. Finally, we can't ignore the threat of an electromagnetic pulse, or EMP. While the likelihood of an EMP event is relatively low, it's still a possibility that warrants consideration. Stewart discusses the importance of EMP-proofing your BOV and offers tips on how to create a Faraday cage to protect your electronics. So, there you have it, folks. Building the perfect bug-out vehicle is a complex task, but with the right approach, it can be a manageable and even enjoyable process. Remember, the key is to break it down into smaller, more manageable chunks and focus on one survival priority at a time. And don't forget to practice, practice, practice. After all, a plan is only as good as its execution. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of BrightLearn. If you found this information helpful, be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like to see covered in future episodes, drop me a line. Until next time, stay safe, stay prepared, and keep learning. Visit brightlearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.